Lead story now. South African DJ Black Coffee has scooped a BET award in a smaller ceremony before the live televised main event tonight. The award ceremony is held annually at California in America. Black Coffee, Black Entertainment Television Awards, established in 2001 in America, celebrate talented African Americans and other minorities in music, sports and other entertainment fields globally. The 40-year-old DJ Black Coffee has walked away with Best International Act Africa. 3 other South African artists are nominated in the 2016 BET Awards.
That's where it started, and from there, I've been in and out of this place.
Joining us on the phone line is rapper Reason, and from Mafigizolo Theo. He's going to be joining us on the phone line. A very good morning to you. A very proud moment for South Africa, would you not think?
Oh yeah, yes indeed, definitely a very, 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 very proud moment. One of our best is actually being recognized as one of the best in the world, and that's essentially what we've all been trying to establish ourselves as, not only as just South African greats, but like as world greats. So it's really cool. It's really nice. It's really, really dope. I like that.
And Reason, what perhaps does a nomination of such a magnitude mean for South African artists?
Very interestingly so, it's a very good visual of the scoreboards, I think. I've always said, like, any award ceremony is always a good visual of the scoreboards. And, when you have 3 South African artists being nominated for the same international category, for me, that was almost like, essentially, it's like, one of the days we used to try and just be at the BATs, but now we're being nominated and now we're performing, and more so we're collecting them as well, So more than anything, I think it's a really big thing, because you're standing on a stage and those guys are recognizing you as an international artist. We spend a lot of our time here recognizing them as our favorite international artists. So it's good to know that we can actually go there and make a mark that is memorable enough for them to actually just say, we appreciate you, we see you, keep going.
So definitely, Reason, this means that the South African music industry is growing.
It definitely means we need to be friends with Diddy. It definitely does mean that, I don't know if it's so much as growing as the South African artist is growing. I think the South African industry is a very big industry that's being grown by the artists actively. Us going to Nigeria, us going to Europe, us going to all these other different places. It's just us growing, That I think it means that South African artists are growing, And that's the only way the industry will actually grow. I think it's grown as far as it can take us here at home, but we actively have to actually leave this place and go out there and make other hustles and talk to the other international DJs, talk to other international entities, distributors, and all those other places, to become those international artists. So definitely South African music is growing.
All right, thank you very much. On the line, we're joined by rapper Reason. Now I'm going to shift focus and speak to Theo from Mafigizolo. A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time. A proud moment, and we're all in the high spirits for DJ Black Coffee walking away with the BET Award.
A very good morning to you. We are very proud. We are very excited as South Africans. We are also very excited as Africans, because I always believe that even if you win it for South Africa, but you win it for the whole continent of Africa. And it reminds me of the day that we got nominated for the first time as Mafigizolo at the BET Awards, even though we didn't win on that particular night. But Davido called everyone on stage, just to make a recognition that this award doesn't only go to, a particular country, but for the whole continent of Africa. And we've always said that, as African musicians, we need to unite and we need to fly the flag of Africa, And we are very, very proud of DJ Black Coffee. He's already, making his mark internationally. He's doing very good outside, South Africa, outside the continent. And for him to win, the first South African, I'll get corrected if I'm wrong, but the first South African to win a BET award, and we are very, very proud of him. And I do believe that this encourages everyone to work hard. And I believe that, in years to come, even next year, you'll never know. It might be another, South African. But we are doing very, very, very well as South African musicians. And we are very, very proud of DJ Black Coffee.
Definitely, Theo. But what perhaps does this mean, in your view, for South African music the musician, the industry as a whole, internationally, as well as in the rest of the African continent?
It says Africa is there, you know, and we're doing this so that, you know, even the world can recognize that, you know, African music needs its own recognition, you know, and I do believe that very soon, you know, we'll be having people, you know, coming to our side, wanting to collaborate with us instead of us doing the reverse side of it, always wanting to collaborate with international acts. I think it should be another way around whereby they need to come and seek new sound. They need to come and seek a new, exciting music which comes from Africa. You know, so we're very, very excited for DJ Black Coffee. Though the concerns and the improvements still need to be done, because we feel like as musicians we are not really supported, you know, by the government, by businesses, you know, because, you know, flying overseas and going to the BETs and what, it's quite an expense on its own, and we have to fund ourselves. We have to, you know, do things by ourselves. Whereas, you know, when it comes to sports, there's a lot of support. You know, if there's an athlete who's achieved something overseas, or if they're going somewhere, they'll try by all means to get sponsors for that particular person, or, you know, business will support that particular person. But when it comes to music, we're not really getting the support from government. We're not really getting the support from businesses. And I think that it is time that, you know, also music needs to be recognized. You know,
Definitely,
it's very, very
Theo.
important that we need that support.
Definitely, Theo. You know, you spoke a bit earlier on about your BET nomination. Perhaps what does this, and if I would borrow that word for a second, landmark winning mean for South Africa going forward?
Hello? Didn't hear you there.
I'm saying, you know, perhaps what does this landmark winning for DJ Black Coffee mean for the music industry in South Africa, as well as you artists going forward from here on?
We're very excited. We're very confident now, you know, that a lot of South African musicians, our music is growing. And it says that whenever we go on production, whenever we go on studio, we need to work very hard. Anything is possible. And in closing, I would also like to say and mention that as Mafikizolo, we got an opportunity for the very first time to showcase our stuff at Grammy Museum in LA. You know, so for us, it was a very big exposure, because we were given an opportunity to showcase our musical work for the very first time at the Grammy Music Museum. So we're very excited for South Africa, for Black Coffee, and for ourselves for doing very well at the BET.
All right, let's leave it there. Thank you very much. I was joined by Theo from Mafikizolo, as well as earlier on speaking to rapper Reason.